Alright gang, welcome back to our Broke to Billionaire Challenge on Ohio Richlands. You join me. It is in January now. We've spent a little bit of money. Not really going to well, I'm going to do the best I can to try to not spoil it for you as much as I can, but you may get little hints of it here and there as we carry along here. But I have added some new productions down. Now, I agree with all of you in the comments. The way to succeed at this point, with the limited number of episodes we have left, is to start running a lot of productions. So that's what we're going to start doing. We're going to start putting down a lot of productions, some of which, one specifically that I did put down, we have utilized on a different series previously. But we'll talk about those when we get there. Let's get this field harvested first, and then we can make that decision. Well, we can make that decision. We can have that discussion, rather, about those. But how's everybody doing? Hopefully you're all doing well. This is a, well, what's going to be the new normal for this series. This series will always, from now on until FS22 comes out, or at least until the series is done, succeeding or failing, one way or another, will be on Wednesdays and on Sundays. For a brief period, this week, probably next week as well, it'll also be on Saturday. So you have 3 episodes per week, at least for the next week or two. And then at that point on, I've kind of teased it a little bit. I'm going to do a mini-series that will be put on Saturdays. Probably 10 episodes, real short. But we'll see. Could be longer, I guess, but we'll just have to see how things go. I'm trying to get everything set up and organized for that at current. And then I'm going to get a couple of them done. And then kind of get them scheduled and put out. So, at a minimum this week, you will have Ohio Richlands on Saturday, and more than likely, like I said, next Saturday as well. But crazier things have happened. You never know. I might end up having that ready to go a week from Saturday, but I don't think I will. I doubt it. So anyway, we've got the this field here. Obviously, we're harvesting now. This field is ready to harvest. It's for canola. That field, we finished harvesting. In the last episode, we kind of left off with the worker harvesting, and I said we'd go ahead and get it done. We have done so. We've got straw on the ground we need to pick up, and then we can put something in the ground there. The field behind us here, well, over there, actually, by the barns, that needs to be fertilized a second time, and then our cotton field that we put down there has to be fertilized a second time as well. So yeah, lots of things to do today. We also have our field that we bought way over there, and we really haven't touched it for quite a while with the trees that we need to get down. So I'm going to actually work to get down all of those trees today. We may not get everything that I just mentioned all done today, but we're going to try to accomplish getting those trees down, because that can then potentially, well, not even potentially, can then be another field for us. Now, it'll be a smaller field, but it will be another field nonetheless that we can put down some crop in. Now, once we get around here, the headland here, I'm going to put this on a worker briefly, and I'm going to go talk about the productions with you real quick. I'm going to do one more kind of end headland pass here. I think they're going to have issues down there as well. They always normally do because of the trees, but we'll do the best we can here to help the workers out for a brief period while we talk about the new productions and kind of where we're going to go here. So, a number of you, specifically Matthew Nee, I know for a fact, is one of my members. He has mentioned a lot of times that I need to put down another grandma's house for the close, and I think I agree with them. Right now, I think we're okay with just one, but when we start having both fields ready to harvest, because we now have 2 cotton fields going. Speaking of that cotton field down there also needs a second application of fertilizer, the one that we added. But anyway, when we actually start harvesting those and we've got a lot going on, we definitely will probably need another one. I don't know if I'll do a grandma's house or if I will do a bigger production, right, for the cotton to make clothes, a bigger tailor shop or something like that. I don't know for sure. I may just do another one of the grandma's house. Who knows? But I've got to kind of think about that. But we've got a little ways before that will be something we're considering anyway. So I'll put it on a worker here. It's not going to be perfect. because of the awkward shape of this field, but in any case. So let's jump over here, and let's talk about the first one first. So we have another BGA we put down. This one we've utilized before. We utilized it in the 200 horsepower challenge. It's a good one. This one makes us a lot of money. So we already have stuff being sent over here. Specifically, it's the manure. So the manure is just being spread between both of them. So it's not going to make us a ton of money. But nonetheless, it is there. So we can bring straw over here. We can bring silage over here, which we're going to do here in just a second. And then the final thing we have is we have a windmill now. So we got a grain mill. So we're going to take some of the wheat from that field that we literally just harvested in the last episode. We're going to throw it in here, and we're going to make some flour out of it. Also, the canola that we're actually harvesting currently, we're going to make that, we're going to turn that into, well, I guess we are making it. We're going to make that, or turn that into canola oil. So yeah, there you go. I've never used this before. I do like it a lot. I like the windmill productions, so I'm excited to have one finally. So that's what we've done, gang, and a lot of the BGA specifically is going to help us build up this solid fertilizer. And speaking of that, our solid fertilizer is maxed out, so we're going to sell that. And that's going to make us a lot of money, as you know. So, all of that said and considered, let's start dragging some of these silage bales into here, because that's only going to help us, right? The thing about this BGA is it's quick. It's much quicker than the other BGA, so this is really going to help us. We need to do something because we were at a point where we have a lot of silage bales here, and while selling them does make us good money, it's going to make us more money to do them in a BGA like this and turn it into, you know, digestate, electric, all that stuff. So we'll pretty much be able to get rid of almost all of these bales, I think, in a single day, or nearly a single day with this BGA, because of how fast it is, how fast it chews through stuff. And it's definitely going to help us with the straw as well. Now, granted, these are going to make us a little bit more, the silage, than the straw will, but I mean, I don't want to do bales every single time, so. Plus, we've got a bunch of straw in our little straw silo there, too, that we can get out, so. Lots and lots to do today. But, like I said, our main objective today is really to get the rest of the trees down. But that'll probably come closer to the end of the episode when we start doing that. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. It may not be the end of the episode, but you get what I mean. So, let's see. I don't know how much these can hold. Went too far. We're almost maxed out on the silage that they can hold for now, but it does chew through it quickly, like I said, so we just have to continue just to grab some and drop them in here every once in a while, and they'll be fine. Now, I want to go get the straw, too, and put the straw in here as well. I think it's maxed out. It is. Okay, so we'll leave it be like that for now. I think the other one could use a few of these bales, so let's take one or two of them over there. So we're going BGA heavy. Yeah, it definitely could use some. We probably need a few. It needs some straw too, really. So I think that might be the next objective for us. We'll let the worker continue to do the harvesting over there. We'll pick up, you know, we got the trailer over there already, but we'll grab one of our other tractors, probably the John Deere, and get the loading wagon so we can actually get the straw up off the ground, and then we can start distributing that to the BGAs again. And I think our dryer that turns it into, well, I guess I don't know if necessarily it's a dryer. I guess it's just a mixer that turns it in, our silo that turns the straw into manure. We probably need to fill some of that up in there. I think it has plenty. Like, it's not going to run out anytime soon, but since it has the availability in the space, we might as well put some in there, right? So, I guess that's where I'm at. Alright, so we've got that maxed out, so we've got everything on selling except for the digestates on distributing, so that's good. Silage, is they're okay for now. This one is a much slower process, so I'm okay leaving it as is for now. Let's make sure, yeah, I was going to say I bet the worker is full, so I didn't see the actual trigger pop up, but I'm sure it did while I was talking to you. So let's drive over here and unload this, and then we can go tank this over and actually start making some canola oil out of it. So that'll be good too. But I'll probably wait till we get a full load before I go do that, though. he's going to have to probably be fixed here in a second anyway. The way that he decided to go here, it's not really going to be probably the best. So I'm probably going to have to fix him here in just a second. But while we're waiting for that to unload, let's jump into the John Deere 8RX here. Well, if I can drive around the tractor without killing everything, that'd be good. And let's hook up to everything here and try to get all the straw we can picked up as fast as possible. All right, we're over here and we're on our way. Again, hopefully you're all doing well today. Hopefully things are going well for you. Not too bad for me, all things considered. I say that a lot lately, but it's the only way to look at life, right? When things happen, the only way you can look at life is try to continue to be positive. So our sheep are doing well over there. I think I need to touch them up with some water. Otherwise, they're doing good. They have, I think, a few pallets of wool now, so it probably would be smart for us to go ahead and actually take some of those over to Grandma's house. Let me see here. I want to just unload that for a second. Pick that up for a minute. See if we can hook up to the back of this really quick and just drop some water in there for them to make sure that they're good to go. I want them to continue to produce lots of wool for us, so. That trigger point is very short. All right. Drop that off. We'll get over here. We'll flip around and get going again here, picking up all this straw. Now, I suspect we're going to have to do a couple of trips here. I think this is going to be full pretty quickly. But I don't know. I've been wrong before, I guess, right? I probably have said it before, but I probably should look into expanding this windrower out a little bit more. I think it would be good for the straw, but it probably wouldn't be that good for the grass. I think I talked about that before. For the baling, at least. If we're doing baling, it wouldn't be that good. If we're just utilizing this to pick it up, probably would be good. Maybe we should even look to... I mean, we've utilized... maybe I should look and see if I can find another one. Maybe there's a new one out there in Mod Hub, honestly. With everything that's been going on, I haven't looked that much lately, like I normally do on Mod Hub, but I should probably try to get some kind of production where I can, you know, just take the grass and have it auto turn into silage for me after a period of time instead of doing the bales. That would save us a lot of time on this series, and given how far along we are at this point, I think that might be the best approach. But I'll think about it. I guess I'll think about it some more. The problem right now is over on our farm, it's getting really, really busy over there. And what I mean by that is there's a lot going on, and there's not a whole lot of room, if that makes any sense, right? There's room, but not much. We have to start actually cutting into some of the actual crops to really get some room, and I don't necessarily want to do that. So, kind of figured this worker was going to have an issue, so let's back him up. I'm just going to leave those little awkward triangles for now. I'd prefer him just to continue to do the harvest, and I can just come back and touch that up at a later point, right? So I'm going to do another little quick headland pass right here, and then we'll get to the top, and I'll sit in on a worker again and let him do his thing. But we should make a good amount of money off these productions. Even though we had to spend a little money to put them down, I think it's going to be very, very beneficial for us in the long run. So we're going to give those a shot. I don't know if we'll add any more or not. We probably will, I would think, at some point, but I'm hoping that those will be the game changer for us here as we carry on this series and try to get to $1 billion. So we got to start thinking a little bit more on the, you know, things that'll work faster to get us to a point, you know, where we can actually have a chance to succeed here. I'm still skeptical. A lot of you are skeptical as well, I think, but a lot of you also think that I'm going to make it. So it's going to be the real challenge here when we get closer to November, right? of really how much more work do we have to do to get there? Now, as far as what I'm going to put back into this field, I talked about it in the last episode, and we're going to try as long as it lets me. If you remember, well, I guess you can't really see it from here, you kind of, but the field with all the weird field that wraps around all the barns and the house and everything over there by the road, and this field here, we tried to combine those once, remember, and it didn't allow us to do it. I'm concerned, I guess a little worried, that might occur here, but it didn't happen back there in the very, very back where we combined that tiny field with the other field, but yeah, I don't know. It could happen here where it tells me that you know, I don't own the land or whatever. I think it'll allow me to do it, but based off of how that worked over there, I'm skeptical, I guess is what I should say. Just trying to get all this at a better angle for me to pick it up at. There we go. I think we got it. So we're at 50% here. We're nearly we are halfway. We're nearly to a point where we can go and actually put this in one of the BGAs. I don't really want to do a time-lapse just yet. I want to wait a little bit longer before we jump into that. I'll probably do the time-lapse for a lot of the woodworking stuff we're going to end up doing today. Again, we're probably going to do 2 episodes here in January because of that woodworking. And we still have to drill all these fields again, right? Now, I believe... I'm going to do a quick save here. But I believe, if my memory is correct... Yeah, our little field here is also ready to harvest. So we've got a couple of things to harvest today. So we'll probably stick with the same mentality, the same path that we have been lately, where we'll do some harvesting in one of the episodes, and then we'll do drilling in the other episode kind of thing, right? This seems to have worked out pretty well for us on this series, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Alright, this pass should just about do it for us for getting full here, and I believe the harvester is nearly full as well, so we'll have to unload that here shortly. Might be one more pass, actually, with this. This holds so much straw in it, it's really nice, it helps a lot. I mean, we're more than halfway through the field, I would think at this point. Well, maybe not more than halfway through, but we're quite a ways through. Well, I guess we are kind of halfway through. Because there's some over there on that end that we already picked up a little bit, right? So, the worker is full, so we're going to have to... unload that here in just a second. Let me just get this thing full, and then we'll unload that. Perfect. And where is it? Of course, it's going to be the last one I get to. All right, perfect. That's unloading. Let's go take this to our BGA and get the straw version, the straw version of the BGA going. I don't know how much it's going to accept. I don't know. I would assume it's, you know, similar to the silage amount, which was more than I expected, but still not that much. It was like 75,000, I think, liters. Yeah, it was around 75,000. But you can see it churns through it so quickly that this is going to be a huge help for us. Now, we do still have our time at ×2. I did drop it down recently, and we're going to keep it at ×2, especially because the size and the things we have to do now and we have to accomplish. And it is winter months too, right? So if we're doing multiple episodes, winter months, we don't have as much time anyway to begin with. So we're going to keep it at ×2 moving forward, just to help us out a little bit more. We won't go any lower than that. All right, unload the straw there. So it's probably not going to take all of this. Yep, I didn't think so. But we'll take a good portion. So we're going to fill this one up because I know this one had a little bit more room, and then we'll take whatever's remaining and hopefully fill it all up into the other silo that's turning everything into manure for us. Well, we're turning everything. I say everything. Turning the straw into manure. All right. Now, when 10 o'clock hits, we're going to make a lot of money. We've got all that digestate that's been turned into solid fertilizer. It's maxed at current. So we're going to make a lot of money when that happens. So expect to jump well above a million here in a few minutes. Yeah, kind of expected that it wasn't going to actually take all of it, but it was worth a shot. Oh, we're getting stuck on that stupid tree again. I really need to try to get rid of that. I think I tried once. I might have been off camera. I don't remember if it was on camera or not a number of episodes ago, but I was having an issue even getting the chainsaw to do anything with it, so. Alright, so since we know this is where, you know, the problem's going to, I guess, come into play a little bit, right? Where we have to either do some more some more, bales that we're going to straw bales that we're going to turn into silage bales, or we just gotta, you know, kind of hold on to the rest of the straw, I guess, in here. I think what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm going to go back and see how much more of that off the ground we can get, and I'm going to hope, because this thing chews through it so fast, that we can get a lot more of it put into the BGA here. So, you kind of know what everything we have to do here, so we're going to put a big time-lapse in here. We're going to get the rest of the straw up off the ground, then I'm going to jump to doing the trees, and then I'm going to continue to have the worker just kind of do all of the fields here for me, this field and that other little field for me as much as possible. Now, that little field, I probably will have to do a lot of it myself, but I will at least do the best I can to set the worker up to succeed on that field. It won't take long for the worker to do anything on that field, but... And then we've got to do the fertilizing, right? So that's all the things really we need to accomplish today, so it's going to be a pretty long episode today. So let's get going. Well, we have an issue, gang. It's not accepting the trigger for me to dump the canola into here. This is not good. I don't know if it's the trailer, but the trailer hasn't any issues with anything else. Or if it's just the placement of it, I don't know. I'm gonna have to, unfortunately, lose a little bit of money here and get rid of it. And try to put it back down, or put another one down, maybe. Bear with me here for a minute, gang. If this doesn't work, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is the one I put, right? Yeah, it was this one. I mean, I guess I could turn it this way and see what happens. I don't know if that's gonna make any difference or not, but... And the land's not going to be perfect here, gang. You can see it. I'm going to have to do some work on that, but let's see if this works or not. If it doesn't work, oof. I don't know what to do. Okay, so something's not right with it. Shit. Man, that sucks. And now, of course, there's a save, so I can't even, like, try to cheat and back out. Huh. Weird. I wonder why that won't unload there. Okay, well, clearly that's not going to work, so... We're wasting a little bit of money here, gang, but, you know, it is what it is. What are you going to do, right? Spend a little money here to soften all that up and make it try to look a little bit better, but we're going to have to find something else to put there. That's clearly not going to work. That's not bad. We'll take that. That's not bad. Let me see if I can think of something else to put here, gang. But it's definitely not how I wanted the episode to go there by any means. I've used that before. I don't know. It must be just the location that it's in or the trailer, but I can't imagine it being the trailer. Because you use the trailer for so many other things and it has no issues. Let me see what I can do. Well, I'm not having any luck with anything, gang, so I'm just gonna put these, I'm gonna put these in the silos for now. I'll see if I can think of something or figure something out, between now and the next episode. I don't want to keep wasting, precious time here. If I can help it. If that makes any sense. Alright, so let's get this back over to the field here. Let's get the rest of the field touched up here. And then we'll move them on over to the other field and get that one going, and then we'll start the wood stuff. Man, that's disappointing. I swear I've utilized... I'm not on this... I don't think I've utilized it actually on the channel at all, but I swear I have utilized that grain mill before. I swear I have. Huh. If anybody's run into that issue, let me know down below. I'm interested to see if anybody else has had that issue with that mod or not. Quickly, just so you know what it is, in case you didn't see it, it is the... Hurry, 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 hurry. The old grain mills mod. Let me know down below if you've utilized that mod before and had any issues with it. Weird. Oh well, anyway, this field's pretty much done here, gang. We just got a tiny bit here, and then we're gonna unload this into the trailer, and we're gonna head down to the end there, to our little tiny field, and we'll get this going again. There you go. You can see we have a full pallet of wool now, too, so... Probably wait, like I said, until we get 2 full pallets before I move it over there. It's just easier on the skid steer that way. Probably what we should end up doing is getting some kind of Autoload trailer, right? Since we're using an Autoload bale trailer, when we start getting a bunch of those. I don't know if we're going to get a bunch of them, but... We should probably start doing that for all the pallets and everything. It'll just help us out by doing that, right? Alright, and we're underway down here. Some more canola down here. I kind of forgot what we put down in here. I probably talked about it, I'm sure, a few episodes back, but I had forgot between that episode and this one of what we put in here. But more canola is good. I mean, this is the best time for canola anyway. It's the best time to sell it and everything else. But like I said, we're going to try to do some kind of mill of some sort. Hopefully we can find one that has the ability to do multiple things, like what we were trying to utilize with the windmill. If we can't find one that has the ability to do multiple things, then we're just going to have to put down two different things, I guess. Put down an actual grain mill and then put down something for oils. Now, one thing we haven't done on this series yet, and I don't know if we will or not, but we haven't done on this series is put down any kind of greenhouse. That's an option for us to try to include into the series that will constantly be producing something for us, right? We could get some olives in there, make some olive oil, etc. But I don't know for sure if we're going to go that path or not, but that is something we can consider. So I'm going to finish going around the headland here, gang, and then we'll throw that on a worker, and hopefully the worker will do a decent job, but who knows, right? We've had them do stuff here in this one before, and it's been a bit of a mess, but hopefully, hopefully it works out okay, I guess. We've got a lot of things still to do that I didn't even mention. I talked about the fertilizing, but I forgot about the herbiciding. We got to herbicide some fields too, so we got a lot to do. May end up having to do 3 episodes in January. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Not really what we need to be able to continue to progress here. We need to be moving faster than we are. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh boy, I just got stuck. We talked about this a long time ago, how we got stuck. Oh boy. I thought I was far enough away from that chicken wire. And I'm not going to be able to even do anything with this because I can't fold it. I can't do anything. Oh my gosh. Come on, Austin Powers, it around there? Oh, thank goodness. That was almost an absolute disaster. We would have had to reset, would have lost all of that crop. Oh man, that would have been bad. All right. At least we were able to meander away off the chicken wire there, the razor wire. Whew, man. All right, I'm gonna get up here around this this bend here, and we're going to put it on a worker, and then we'll flip over to the John Deere again and try to start getting some of the trees down. We probably need to bring the trailer up here first for the to unload this though, because it's already at 73%. So. Let's do that quickly, and then we'll head on over to the trees. All right, gang, that was a really long time lapse there, but we got a lot done. We made a little upgrade as well. As you can see, we got a new trailer here. This trailer is a little, when I say a little, a lot unrealistic, but it's going to help us out tremendously with the trips we have to make back and forth for all these wood chips, right? So the wood chips are making us a lot of money, though. Look at where we're at currently, 1.6 mil. Pretty good. Pretty good. There's still a lot of trees over there. There were some trees, for whatever reason, that were leaving little, like, glitched pieces of stump or chips in the middle of the air that I couldn't get down. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. Or if that's going to cause any kind of mayhem, harm, issues when we decide to turn it into a field. I suspect it will. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might have to, I don't know, test it out or something maybe first. I don't know, but that's not exactly ideal. I also found some random barrel and a couple other, like, random things just scattered in the woods here, so that was interesting. If you saw it during the time lapse. So I don't know where that came from or why that was there, but that's different. So we actually don't have a whole lot left to, here. This is a prime example right here. See that right there? It won't let me chop that. And it's stopping me. See? Huh. I don't know what that is about or why that's happening, but it is. We're just going to have to get through it, I guess. Try to figure out ways around it. But it may not be the best location to actually turn into a field. We may end up just having to sell this field back, make a little money off of cutting down all the trees, right? Bit of a little cheat there, but if I can't put anything in the ground because of those, there's literally no reason for me to keep the land. You know what I mean? It just seems to be on those for whatever reason. There's something that, see, it's in the ground still at the bottom. It's like pieces that are sticking up out of the air and you can't get them. So I guess I could try to get a different, you know, stump grinder or something, and maybe they'll let me do it. I don't know. But this one, I mean, it pretty much goes all the way to the bottom. It's not all the way to the bottom, but it pretty much gets there. So you would think this would be sufficient, but that's not the case. So. And I kind of have to, like, hover on this little section here to get anything to work on some of these bigger ones just to get them to go away. And this one doesn't even seem like it wants to go away. That's probably why it was stuck there, but I was giving it another shot. Alright, well. I did get out on one of them and chop some of it down, and it seemed to work. I'm going to give it a shot again. I don't know if I'll be able to do it or not, but seems like I will. So this hopefully will get rid of it. I won't really show a whole lot more of this, just because it's not the best. I mean, it's not the most enjoyable content to watch, right? But every once in a while, I like to show you that I do all the woodworking stuff, and I'm not just, well, I'm on console, so I can't, but I'm not utilizing some kind of mod that just removes everything for me. You know what I mean? So yeah, this one, I just don't see any way, based off of all the issues we're having here, all the different stumps and little pieces of wood that are just being, like, laying around all over the place. I mean, there's one right there. You can see it's in the middle of the air. That one, literally in the middle of the air. So I don't see any way that we could really, you know, utilize this one for for a field. I would have loved to turn it into a field. I just don't think it's going to work, unfortunately. So I think we're going to... I think we're just going to kind of ignore most of this now that we know that and we've got that understanding. I think we'll just take out the big trees, the ones we know we're going to get money out of them, and we'll just move on. We'll just sell this land. Getting a bit cheaty because I'm literally buying the land just to take down the trees at this point, but that's alright. And even so, some of these are still giving me issues just trying to take these down. So I'm just going to start just leaving them. I'm just going to take them up this aisle, leave so we're going to get a little bit less out of each tree, but I know for a fact it'll chop them down when I have it raised up, so... So it's probably going to be at least one more trip here to get all of these trees gone, because we're at 92% here, so we're going to be full real quick here. Here's the part I was talking about with the barrel and a propane tank and another gas tank. Weird. Real weird. So I'm gonna go sell these. I'll come back, get the rest of these trees out, and we'll see what kind of price we get out of all this. And I'll be back with you once I'm on the last truckload, or trailer load, I should say, to go sell. Alright, so it ended up being 3 trips, gang, but only just, well, I say only just, it's still at 90,000 liters. There's a few more trees I still had to get. Went ahead and got them, and we're on our way out of here now. I'm going to go ahead and just sell the land now, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Let's just get rid of it, and then get $57,000 back, I guess. So we're at $2.5 million. After we sell this, we'll probably be closer to 3-point-something million. I'm probably also, I don't know how many trees I'll be able to get, but I think I'm going to take out a few of these trees here as well, even though maybe it's not the most realistic. We're going to take them out just to give ourselves a little bit of a better, chance as well, if I can do it without killing everything. I don't know if I can do it right now. I'm killing crop there, it looks like, so I'm not going to go this one. We won't take these out. But some of the other ones that we know we can take that were, just drilled in the last episode, we can grab those, right? So... yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it'll let me take that one, but give it a shot anyway. So that definitely helped. The trees there, they definitely helped. So I guess it's a little cheaty, maybe. I don't know if that's even the way to put it or not, but if we really are desperate for some money and needed to, and we were really close to getting to the $1 billion, and we just, we're running out of time, we could always, knock down some more trees and sell them for wood chips, and that seems to be a very lucrative option for us. I don't want to do it too much, because, literally I could just buy every field on the map and just be like, I'm just going to knock down all of these trees, and that's how I'm going to get to $1 billion with wood chips. That's just a little unrealistic, I think. But if I take these trees out here, it's definitely going to help us when it comes to utilizing workers, especially, right? They won't have as many things to get caught up on, and their AI won't, well, at least shouldn't have as many issues. Alright. think for now I'm going to leave the rest of the trees. We're probably going to come back and take these out, honestly. But I think we'll leave them for now. We've got to finish up the remaining portion of the harvest in the tiny little field. The worker did most of it, but there is some there still missing. So we need to take care of that. And realistically, the only other thing I'm probably going to try to do today is I'm on the cotton field. I'll probably herbicide and spray it, and then we'll do another episode, like I said, in January to do the remainder stuff. Let's see. Do I want to sell these right now, or do I want to keep them and maybe put down another production in regard to wood chips? That's a good question. Let's just hold off for right now. Let's think about it for a minute. So all things considered, the worker didn't do that bad. I mean, there really isn't a whole lot missed here. So it's just this little section here, which is they always have issues with, because it's not a straight section of the field. Well, most of the field's not straight, but I believe that trailer is full, completely full. So hopefully we can get the rest of this in this harvester. If we can't, then I guess we're in a little bit of trouble. I still have to do a little bit of work, like I said, off camera, trying to figure out something, some kind of mill or something, even if it's 2 different productions, for the canola oil and for the wheats and stuff, right? So the flour stuff. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. That we'll save that for part 2 or day 2 in January. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to figure out something this quickly. When I had my plan was to do that one, that windmill, because I've utilized, those windmills so many times in previous playthroughs that I never did on the channel, just me playing through it myself. So it was a little disappointing to see that it not working. I don't understand why it's not working. I'm going to have to try to research some more. So this field here needs to have its second application of fertilizer. It also needs to be herbicide sprayed. You can see it's pretty bad. And then in the next episode, we'll have to drill the small field, and we'll drill this field back here, well, both the fields over here, and hope that it allows us to combine them together. I don't know if it will allow us to do so or not, but we need to attempt to do that. So yeah, let's get... Let's see. Well, let me see how long this episode's being, and I may end up just doing one of the 2. I might not do both the herbicide and the fertilizer on our cotton field back there, but let me see how long the episode is. I don't want the episode to be an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes long, even though I know a few of you like that. YouTube tells me it's not good for me to do them that long, so I try to keep them, as I've mentioned a number of times, around the 45-ish mark. A little less, a little more sometimes here and there. So I suspect we're probably pretty long at this point. So let me take a look at that. Oh yeah, we're definitely up there, gang. After the time lapses and everything are sped up and all that stuff, we're probably at 45, 50 minutes already right now. So this is going to be over that for sure. Unless something else crazy happens and I decide to do something, different, more in the edit, get rid of more stuff in the edit, which I might, but probably not. I normally don't do that very often. I like to make sure you all can see everything, unless it's, very boring stuff. I don't normally edit out a lot of the content. I just modify bits. I shorten things up here and there. But that's it. Alright, so we'll unload this. While that's happening, I'm still going to think about that. I might actually think about the wood chips between now and the next episode. I might just save those wood chips for now. Let's get... Do you want to spray or do we want to fertilize? Let's fertilize. We'll spray in the next episode, probably. I don't know. I might do it this episode, too. Who knows? So I decided to throw another time-lapse in there. I said, well, what the hell, gang? I mean, we already did 2. What's a third one? Might as well. Third time's a charm, right? Now, the worker did most of it, but did miss a good portion here that we're going to have to clean up real quick. So we'll do that real quick, and then, yeah, we're done. So we went ahead and decided to do the herbicide as well. I'm just going to have the worker do it. The worker can finish doing the rest of this herbicide on this field. Probably have to fill it up, I'm sure. I probably should buy... Now that we've got some funds incoming here, and we're probably going to continue to have funds incoming for quite a while now that we've got multiple BGAs going. I probably should look to get an extra tank for the front of a tractor, whatever tractor I decide to utilize for the spraying, right? That'll help us not having to make so many trips back and forth, save me time. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Oh, one thing we didn't do today that we always do. Look at the used market. There's not really a whole lot of anything. But we already have that. This is nice. 33 though. What is ours? I can't remember what ours currently does. 24. So that could be a nice little upgrade for us right there. Maybe we look to buy that because it is in the used market, so it's not that much. 20 grand is nothing. We could sell our sprayer for 15,293. I think we're going to do that, gang. Well, it's going to be 30,000 after you do the extension, but I think that's going to be really helpful. I think that's going to be helpful a lot. So we're going to go with it. We're going to buy it. So in the next episode, we'll utilize that for the other field, and yeah, we'll carry on here, getting all this done, gang. So we'll leave the episode there. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like, subscribe button if you're new. It's free and helps me out a ton. Check my other channel out if you're looking into other games that are not Farming Simulator. I'm doing a lot of stuff on there. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on that. I've got about 845-ish at the time of this recording. Somewhere around there, 840, 845. So I'm not too far off. So if that's something that you're interested in at all, I'd appreciate it if you gave that one a subscribe as well. Links below in the description. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think that covers everything. So thanks so much again for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.